Remember these guys? For a long time, they were gone, but not forgotten. Well, no more. Martha Teichner has a blast from the past.
Hi, I'm Speedy Alka-Seltzer.
I had never heard of him before, so when we started it, I had to look on YouTube for a whole bunch of reference to these old spots.
Of course he'd never heard of him. Speedy's television career ended in 1964, more than 20 years before Shane Ryan was born.
So we had to try to keep that charm, but try to bring it into the modern era of animation.
Ryan and Jenny Bixel, animators at a company called Framestore in New York, have been working a little computer-generated magic on old Speedy. And like a latter-day Rip Van Winkle, he's back.
It rushes multiple cold fighters plus a powerful pain reliever wherever you need it.
In 1968, there was a drugstore where I grew up, and I used to see this in the store, so when I found out they were going to close, I went in and said, "Oh, can I have that?"
So J.J. Settlemeyer figures it was fate that he would be hired to mastermind Speedy's makeover.
You've got this narcotic of nostalgia that anything that you grew up with, there's a soft place in your heart for it, and you respond to it.
Which explains why Mr. Peanut is also back. Although now voiced by actor Robert Downey Jr., he doesn't just stand around looking dapper.
A tasty nutrition blend that helps keep the legs pumping.
Hey, how about a nice Hawaiian punch? Sure.
You know them. They're like old friends, even the new ones. I mean, really, a talking gecko?
Nice weather, innit? Cup of tea? That'd be lovely. How's your mum?
These sometimes absurd characters, invented to sell you something. Why is it the good ones have found their way into pop culture?
Hey, got any room at your place?
When you have characters, they have stories attached, and that's what people love. They love filling in the details.
Jeff Bremser is creative director of a planned advertising icon museum in Kansas City, Missouri.
I wish I could think of some that have failed, but we forget them.
Remember Freshen Up Freddy?
Everybody likes the fresh, clean taste of 7-Up.
No?
Annoyed hates hot quality pizza.
What about the Domino's Noid?
That's the key, that you're able to connect your icon to the storyline or to the product.
Howard Boasberg is the museum's executive director.
You know, it doesn't do any company any good to have a Captain Crunch if you don't remember that it's a cereal.
It's Captain Crunch, the cereal named after me.
Ah, yes, cereal. Just add milk and television.
Snap, crackle, makes the world go round.
When television came around in the 40s, 50s, they started developing animation, and there was an explosion of icons, mainly coming out of an agency in Chicago called Leo Burnett.
Burnett was known as the Critter Agency.
Critters like Toucan Sam for Fruit Loops.
Just follow your nose.
Burnett produced one of my personal favorites.
Hi, I'm Poppin' Fresh, the Pillsbury Doughboy. Hey! Sorry, Charlie.
Charlie the Tuna was from Burnett. And the one and only Tony the Tiger. Both Charlie and Tony drawn by Don Keller, interviewed here for the Ad Icon Museum.
Out, Tony's head was like a football shape, and his shoulders were, he didn't have shoulders. Now he's very athletic and he's very muscular. We were just solving advertising problems at the time, and now it turns out to be history in a way.
They're great!
Yes, history. Who could have dreamed that the Quaker Oats man would be wrinkle-free at the ripe old age of 134? Or the Michelin man would still be fully inflated at 113?
At Planners, we know how to throw.
Or that Mr. Peanut would be newly hip at 95? Do you think they've had a little work done?